Welcome tamers. In tonight's video I'll be trying again to do a voiceover video. This is going to be a match between myself and my friend Abel. I will be running NSo and then he'll be running the new Ice Clad with Skadimon. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Still kinda iffy when it comes to these type of contents, but if you have any questions, any concerns, leave those down below and then let's just get straight to the video. So this was recorded during or before work. Friend Abel went first, hatched, went into Penguinmon, and then put me to 3 with the new Suzunet tamer. I went ahead and hatched the Demimera, and then I evoed in the back into a Demi-Devi. Then I played the NSo option, which lets you add the bottom card of security and you replace it with the Nightmare Soldiers card. And then I ended up passing the turn by going into, I believe it's the 8mon from my hand, setting him to 1 memory. He chooses to also stay in the back. We're doing a little bit of setup here, so he places another Zune and now he has 2, which is start of the turn, gain a memory if I have a Digimon. And then I went to 0 with a training. Unfortunately, since I don't have red, I don't have purple, I can't play out the training. So the best thing we could do right now is going to Pumpkin, since I was at 2 memory, giving him 1, and then now we have the purple source. So that's the thing with like multicolor decks, it's kind of hard to like make sure you have the colors. He went into in the back, Evo put me to 1. I played out the training now, so I grabbed the mat, and then now he's at 1. No Digimons. We're both kind of like sticking in the back. He goes Polar Bear in the back. It puts me to 2. I think we're still a little bit scared, so we just hard drop the mat because we do want to have that extra memory when we pitch cards. So now I do have a memory setter, so I go to 3, and then he just plays a Gomamon to pass turn. Like I mentioned, I did go to 3, so then I'm gonna choose to promote the Pumpkinmon this turn. I believe since we have 3 memory, I could hard drop the Digimon that suspends an on play and then also on deletion. Then with the 8mon inherit, we can swing at security. We do have Scapegoat because of the option, and then we could kill the Gomamon by giving it -2 KTP. So this is technically what we do. Then we're pitching a card for the draw 1 trash 1 Demi-Devi. Since we did pitch, we do the effect a little late, but we gain 1 memory back. Survives the check. And then now we just play out the Shotos, something that I'm trying just to give the deck blockers. So we make the Digimon blocker, so if the Digimon dies on the block, we could suspend whatever Digimon they have that they're trying to swing with. Since I do have a Digimon, he gains 2 memory, so he goes to 4, which is a lot, especially for his deck. Evo costs are pretty high. So he goes Skadimon 3, goes to 1. Effect of Scotty for every Digimon with no dilution cards, so you could play out a level 4, and then for every Digimon with no sources, add 1, so he's able to play up to a level 5. So he chooses to play out the Digimon. I think he takes it back. Yeah, he takes it back. Just because he's not sure if that's a correct call, but I think at the end of the day it is, because he does want to get rid of my sources. So he ends up playing the Digimon again, and then on the on play he taps 1 tamer to strip the egg, and then he strips the 2, and then because I have a Digimon with no sources, he gains a memory. Right now we're kind of debating how much memory I gave him, which technically he should be at 2 memory, because I put him to 2, gains 4, evos for 3, goes to 1, and then since I have Digimon with no sources, goes to 2. So try and figure out how much memory he has. Next On the swing, Skadimon puts the chooses to put Digimon into the bottom of security. And then I had an Ace in my hand, but I didn't want to use it because it would have been very redundant, because I would have overflowed regardless. So right now he's telling me to resolve the Scotty so that he could unsuspend. So that's what we're doing. And then he knows I have the Ace, but no point in actually protecting it. So we just let Pokemon die. We give -4 to the Scotty. Hopefully it dies in security, but unfortunately it doesn't. So it hits a Devi and a Devimon. Then another 2 checks because there's no Digimon with sources. It gets Piercing Sec +1, hits an Amber Memory Boost, and then it hits an M8mon. Doesn't matter if it puts me to 1, I will go to 4 because of the mat and then the Shoto. I think what he does right now is kind of funny. He goes to the 1-of Hammer Spark, gains the memory, goes into the Crisp Paildramon. Now he's at 0, and then this is a tech card that he has, which is a Ryugumon from, I believe it's EX07 for 4. Unfortunately, it's not a 3-cost Evo. Bottom decks a Ryugu to play out 2 bodies, so he plays out the Chris and the Frigimon again, and gaining memory off the Frigimon. So now I'm at 3 memory, I should be at 4, which we realize later because this is a mandatory effect, right? So I go to 4. I have enough to hard drop another Digimon, which I do, going to 1, and then I have the memory. We suspend on the on-play the Crisp Paildramon, pop the Amber to go to 3 again. Next we use the training so that whenever a Digimon may Digimon, we took purple Digimon card in the hand for reduced cost of 2. So for 1 we go into my Otismon. He's trying to read it to make sure I'm not cheating or anything. So go to 2, and then he knows I have the Ace and I have the Baltamon. So I hard drop the Piedmon for 5. And then right now I'm choosing what to give the DP -2. Originally I was gonna do 1 activation on the Crisp Paildramon, the rest on the Scotty, but I think we wanted to get the additional body off the Piedmon. So what we do is we give the original activation to the Crisp Paildramon, and then we delete the Frigimon. Because we delete a Digimon, we get to play out a level 4 lower from our trash, and we play out the best card in the deck, which is the Candlemon, and then we're triggering Mightismon's effect. When the Digimon is played, we may DNA Digimon in the hand to bolt the Boutmon, basically NSO trade from the hand. And then this one we target the Digivolve 3, -6 to the board, basically everything dies. Since the Digimon was deleted, we will trash his security, and then we play out the template cost worth of stuff, which we don't have a lot. So we just play out an 8mon and I believe it's a Devimon. The good thing about the mat is that we could trigger the Devimon to pitch a card and gain the memory. And then we're at 4, and then we just go ahead and swing a security, triggering my Otismon to pop a Digimon to unsuspend. So we unfortunately kill the Candlemon to unsuspend and gain memory back. So then there we were able to clear 2 security, and then end of turn, because I know that he's gonna strip towards the Bolt Bout, we make Devimon the blocker. So now start of his main, he gains 2 memory, so now he's at 5 memory, which is very memory efficient. Like he has a lot of memory to work with. Especially he could actually clear our sack, so he strips 2 sources, not the 3. So he does Piedmon to get the overflow, and then he chooses a Myotismon for the second effect of the Tamer. So overflow happens automatically, goes to 6. Now he could actually go up the line again. So he goes into Paildramon, strips the Kugumon, and then if he had a Polar Bearmon, it would have been funny. But I think at this time he doesn't have one. I think we checked. I think there was 1 in security, or he evoed into 1. But he goes into the Crisp Paildramon again. Goes to 2. Can't really swing, right? But then he goes into Skadimon for 3. puts me to 1. Then effect of Skadimon, he's able to play up to a 7 play cost, level 7, sorry, Digimon from the hand. And we're trying to figure out, I wasn't unsure about it, but he's letting me know it starts at a 4, and then for every Digimon no sources add 1, so 5, 6, and 7. So he plays out the Buluku trying to search. Fortunately, it can't search itself, so he's only able to pick up the Sorcerymon. Then bottom decks to rest. And then because of Scotty, he puts a bulb out back on the top of security. I'll go to my 3. We draw, then promote our Candlemon. We will gain the memory from the Shoto, go to 4. Since he does have a rookie on the other side, I choose to swing a security, triggering the egg to pitch a card to delete a level 3. So we pop his Buluku. And then since this stack has blocker, because I had a no Digimon with sources when he digivolved, he can choose to block, which he doesn't. So we hit a Polar Bear in security, gain the memory, go to 6. We had tapped the mat to gain the additional memory to go to 5. So now we're at 6 memory, which is also a lot. It allows us to go into our 5s. So we go into a Mammothmon for 3. That allows us to play a play cost 3 or less from our hand without paying the costs, which we use Devi because we need to search. So we hit a Devimon, which is a Fallen Angel, and then we hit a Bolt Bow at the Mon, that's an NSO. So we grab 2 hits. Bottom decking our second mat. And right now, I haven't Paimon in hand, so I could do the minus AK to it on Digivolve, and then by swinging a security, I could kill it. So I was thinking that in my head. So we're just forcing the block right now to see if we could maybe go for game, right? Because if he doesn't check, we could actually pop it and go for game. So we're testing the water with the Devimon. And then he's thinking a little, but he chooses to block. I think it's just a safer option. So now we're gonna go into our Piedmon Ace and do -8 to the Scotty, and then Mammoth Munson's Herod, when attacking, does -4000 DP to an opponent's Digimon. So we technically do -12k to the stack. On the swing, we could activate the 8-1 effect, but it's like overkill. Just in case it was bigger, we could do about 16k worth of DP minus. So since Digimon was deleted, all turns for Paimon activates, we play out the Candlemon. I hit that option, I forgot the name, but it strips our bot 2 sources, and then Digimon with no sources can suspend for the turn. Since I hit insecurity, it should only trigger until the end of my turn. So now we go into Devimon, and we choose not to do the effect, but we make an unblocker with the Shoto. And then again, start of his main, once he promotes, he'll go to 4. That tamer is like really good. And then if he chooses to swing, we do have NSo options that we're able to play out a level 5 from our hand or lower. So he goes to Sorcerymon, can't unsuspend anything, but he will strip our source by tapping the tamer. So now he does a scramble, so he goes into Chris Belgermon for free. And then he wants to Ice Clad over our Piedmon, but since we do have the Devimon blocker, we choose to block, right? Even though I know he's gonna go into Scotty, I think it's better to just block than actually give him the memory, because then it just sets him to 1. And then we get an additional memory, security. So he plays out the Frigimon, gains the memory, and then he puts it on top of security. Right now, there was kind of like a little issue is gonna happen where he thinks putting the Candlemon in security is better, but I told him that he wouldn't get the memory. He would pass turn because he was trying to swing after. So this is where we go over like, no, if you put the Skadimon in security, you won't get the memory, and then you'll pass turn. So then he realizes that, and then he just goes, since this is a friendly match, is fine. So we do it back again, and now he knows that I might have an ace in hand if I play out the level 5. And then I have the Skadimon just there. So he's debating if he really wants to swing or not, or if he tries to search. I think he was looking for a polar bear mon. I know we hit 2 in security. So he plays out a training. He goes top 2. Unfortunately, that's not a polar bear mon. So now he's at 0. So he chooses to swing, does the 2 checks. I play out a Skadimon. And the second check, it's the good one he had placed there earlier. So now 2 bodies on the field. He does have a block. Oh wait, he doesn't have any blockers. The Skadimon doesn't have a blocker. So it's my turn now. Should be at 4, right? It's mandatory effect. So I should be at 4 memory. There you go. And then I just to prevent any shenanigans, I go into Piedmon Ace. We do the -8 on the Skadimon just in case. And then since the Digimon was deleted, we do play out the Digimon. Then nothing to suspend, and we just go for game. We go Skadimon for game. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do like playing NSo a lot. Been having a lot of fun, especially this format with the different decks. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.